Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dodge Motordrome for the 8th race in the 2020 NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series. The stadium is packed for 125 laps of action in what will be the third race in history at this racetrack for the Cup Series. On the front row is what I believe is the first female front row, Priya McShane, rookie driver for the Forest House Racing. And Daytona 500 winner Jessica Shelton on the outside lane. That is your front row. Row 2, Jesse Turner and Andrew Rich, who won the inaugural race back in 2018 by just under 2 seconds over Joshua Osborne. That race was also 125 laps. Row 3 is William Flickinger and Ryan Brommer. Row 4, Johnny Gardner and Tyler Fink. And in row 5 is Jonathan Zorlin and Keith Rich. Winning this race last year was rookie then Sebastian Kukulon by just over 2 seconds over now retired driver Charles Jackson. That race was 175 laps long. So we're back down to 125 here in the 2020 season. A reminder, no caution flags for the race here today, or tonight rather. So it's going to come down strictly to pit strategy. So back in the 2018 race, we saw one driver, Phil Parker, stretch his fuel another 10 laps more than the rest of the grid, and that ended up not helping him in his quest for a win. And Andrew Rich went on to win the race. Both years we've had at least one car DNF, or just one car DNF rather. So we'll see if we have a DNFer here tonight. The truck race went green. Well, obviously it went green, but it went without incident through 100 laps. Fastest in practice, the 83 Audi of Nate Rogers starts 27th. And fastest in happy hour, the Chevrolet of 2019 Jerky Pro Truck Series champ Logan York will start in 24th. So back to the front as we'll look at your point standings after 7 races. Last week, Samet Ozkan got his first win since 2017, dating all the way back to Sebring. He rises to second in the points, 17 points behind Alex Gray. Third in points, 27 back is Johnny Gardner, and then a huge drop to fourth in points, Sebastian Kukulon, 58 back behind Alex Gray. Austin Colano, fifth in the standings. Nico Tringali, Seth Cole, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Nate Rogers, and Keith Rich is your top 10. As we look at the rest of the points, right now your winners, Jessica Shelton still outside the top 30, 31st in points. Dylan Young, 24th, and Tyler Fink, 18th. Jeff Toledo, 16th. So 3 of those 4 drivers are in the grid right now. That means right now the last 3 in on points is Tyler Markle, Jose Mills, and Alexander Rowe, which is broken in a 3-way tie with Mills, Rowe, and James Shelley. Highest driver in the points without a top 5 is Sebastian Kukulon, who has 3 top 10s on the season. Could he get his first top 5 here today? It's going to be tricky when he's not starting in the top 10, but we'll see who has the pace to beat. We all know the top line is the preferred line. Green flag is out. Who's going to win at the Dodge Motordrome as Shelton on the outside line got a better jump than Priya McShane. Will Shelton lead the first lap? It's going to be a drag race, but it will be Jessica Shelton leading lap 1. Andrew Rich won this race 2 years ago. It was his 3rd career win in the series at the time. Could Rich finally go back to victory lane here tonight? He's in line 3rd behind Priya McShane, Brommer 4th, Jesse Turner 5th. Turner currently running in the top 10. He's last in the point standings, a full 27 points behind Wes McCoy. So Turner has downright had the worst year so far. Has some crazy 3-wide action there. Zach Rogers making his way by William Flickinger. right behind teammate Keith Rich. This is all in the top 10 as well. Remember, Tyler Fink won back at Rockingham. And just a quick general reminder that we are off next week for Easter, and then we'll return with the Truck and the Cup Series at Martinsville, as we've begun a 4-race short track skid that ends with the dirt race at Bristol, followed by a 1-mile dirt track Springfield. That is technically not a short track, so it's outside the 4-race skid. And then we go back to some intermediate tracks and whatnot. So Fink currently in 6th, Keith Rich looking to his outside for the position. Jessica Shelton continuing to lead as Ryan Brommer is trying to find the way by Andrew Rich. The top 10 have spaced themselves out decently. Keith Rich trying to hold on to 7th over his teammate. Cole Deaver sits in 9th with James Shelley in 10th. His teammates, Corey Williams, up to 11th place, and Seth Cole right back there behind William Flickinger, looking for 12th. But for now, William will hold on to that position. Jonathan Zorlin running in 14th, Johnny Gardner 15th. Battle is on for 16th between LJ Toledo and Logan York, who has made his way up from starting in 24th place. There's Sebastian Kukulon driving by Dylan Young for 18th place, and Quinton Moore, who was in the Truck Series race last night, looking to move further up through the top 20. As Kukulon will follow Logan York by LJ Toledo. Or at the very least, he's trying to. Let's just show you the speed difference here. Top speed for Kukulon at the end of the straightaway, 136 through the corners. These Cup cars have a little more grip than what the trucks had. It's about a 5-mile-an-hour difference. So we'll see if that provides easier passing maneuvers for the Cup Series cars. But right now, battling continues up here for 7th place between teammates Zach Rogers and Keith Rich out of Bulldog Motorsports, who have switched to Subaru for the 2020 season. But not much else is going on. Brommer continuing to try and find the way by Andrew Rich for 3rd. As right now it's all in the hands of Jessica Shelton here at the Dodge Motordrome. We're 13 laps in, about to be 14 laps in. We're going to take our first break of the night. Shelton's got the fastest time with a 16.477. Priya McShane in 2nd, right behind her. Zach Rogers 3rd on the board, Andrew Rich 4th, and Ryan Brommer 5th. And we'll be back with more action from the Dodge Motordrome in a short bit. We're back here at the Dodge Motordrome, and lap traffic was a deciding factor in how pit stop strategy worked out last night in the truck race. It took the leader of the race, Nate Rogers, who's also in this Cup race, from the lead down to 6th place as he pit behind lap traffic, who he had been lapping. The same could happen here to Jessica Shelton, but passing Jeff Toledo on the inside line might not work out for her very well. Priya McShane still in 2nd. Ryan Brommer has moved up to 3rd. Jesse Turner 5th. Zach Rogers 6th. Keith Rich 7th. Cole Deaver 8th. Corey Williams 9th. And Tyler Fink is now down to 10th place. Carter Friesen and Ace Rogers have already been put a lap down, as Shelton is now on the bumper of Jeff Toledo, your winner from the Sandy Flats Road Course. Tyler Markle also up in here getting ready to be lapped. Hopefully not. At least he's trying not to get lapped. The 83 and Nate Rogers was strong in the Truck Series last night, but he is not doing well here tonight in the Cup car. Casey Nanako, Adam Flickinger, Joshua Sekuli all having bad nights so far. Rob Evans, your winner from last week, Samet Ozkan. There's Austin Colano, he's up there in the points, and Charles Sanford, all struggling here tonight. There's Wes McCoy, he's running 22nd. He's very low in the point standings coming in. There's your points leader, Alex Gray, running in 23rd. Not a good night going on for this 33 car so far. There's Nico Tringali in 20th place. Sebastian Kukulon up to 18th. Dylan Young fighting with Johnny Gardner for 16th place. Quinton Moore has made it up to 15th. As now William Flickinger has charged his way into 9th. As now the battle continues on for 5th place. Zach Rogers trying to get by Jesse Turner. And it looks like Rogers will get the position. Keith Rich looking to follow through for 5th as we've had a lead change. Stuck on the inside line is Jessica Shelton trying to get by those lap cars. Has given the lead to rookie Priya McShane. And it looks like it'll give 2nd place to Ryan Brommer as well. So Shelton leads the first 29 or 30 laps and now gives it away to McShane. You cannot pass on the bottom here. It just does not work out. And now Shelton is stuck down there until maybe Friesen gets by her. See, it's a lot harder to keep the car up to speed on the bottom with the Cup cars than it was with the trucks. And it is basically a death sentence for lack of better wording. And Shelton will fall down, down, down back to 3rd place. Brommer up to 2nd now. His teammate to the 14, Priya McShane, leads. So it's a Stuart Haas Racing 1-2 right now. And only 1 lap down car of the 78 of Adam Flickinger between McShane and her teammate Ryan Brommer. Brommer looking for what would be his first win in 2020 and his first short track win at that. He's got 2 career wins that have both come at road courses. Looking to change that here tonight. We're roughly 30 laps or maybe less from the first round of pit stops. And likely the only round of pit stops. Priya McShane is leading it here under the lights at the Dodge Motordrome. We'll be back with more action after this short break. We're back here at the Dodge Motordrome. Priya McShane still in the lead as Jessica Shelton has made it back into 2nd place after Brommer got caught on the inside line under a lap car, but it looks like she might just get that position right back as Keith Rich has begun to close the gap from 4th place. Zach Rogers up to 5th now. Cole Deaver is in 6th. William Flickinger 7th. Andrew Rich all the way down to 8th. 9th is Corey Williams, and Jesse Turner rounds out the top 10. Sorlin sitting in 11th. Quinton Moore 12th. Fink down to 13th. James Shelley 14th. Gardner 15th. Seth Cole, Dylan Young, Logan York, Sebastian Kukulon, Nico Tringali, and I believe Alex Gray round out the top 20. Actually, Tringali rounds out the top 20, if I'm not mistaken. No, it is Alexander Rowe in 20th. Okay, then. So a bit of a split. Oh, someone's on pit road. Who's this? It's LJ Toledo. Pit stops now on lap 48, maybe? Could this be true? LJ Toledo came down. Yes, Andrew Rich has come down too, so pit stops are occurring on close to lap 50 instead, so perhaps a 2-stop race indeed. However, if the drivers can make it 75 laps, a very good attempt at an undercut. It was just LJ Toledo and Andrew Rich who came down pit road. No one else has made the dive, but right there you see the 6 go by the 48. He is flying right now. But no one else down pit road. But Andrew Rich is making it work on the bottom right now. Just look at this. Tire wear really helping out Andrew Rich right now. But this is making some 3 wide craziness as Andrew Rich runs around the bottom. Now this will only work out for him well if he doesn't pit again. Priya McShane's in the lead. Rich is looking to get one of his laps back. Just look at Rich moving around the bottom of the track. And he'll take one of his 2 laps back right now. So Rich will definitely be the leader once McShane and the others pit, but the big question will be if he has enough fuel to make it. It's a 75 lap gamble. Depending how many laps these leaders go right now could make the difference in telling us whether Rich and Toledo can make it on fuel. Definitely an interesting strategy gamble. But McShane still leads, Brommer in second. Keith Rich has made it up to third. As Shelton falls to fourth, Quinton Moore is inside the top 10 now. As Andrew Rich will continue to run his fast times. No idea. I don't really remember where LJ was. I think he was mid-pack. But even he is still a good hard 2 laps down. There are 32 cars on the lead lap right now. You can see McShane's tires have fallen off a full 2 seconds. We're on lap 58 of 125. Keith Rich has now moved on up to second place. Could Keith Rich have the car to beat? Could Keith Rich get his first career win on this channel, or in the NRSL universe on this channel anyways? Could he get that first win in the Cup Series before he gets his second career Truck Series win? Remember, he won 1 race back in the Truck Series in 2017 right at the end of the season in the finale. For some reason, I almost went on a little speech saying he had never won, but he has won a Truck Series event. It's just he's only won once. But Keith has done very well in the Truck Series, or I think he's done very well in the Truck Series so far through 5 races. So we'll see what Keith can get done here in the Cup race today. We're on lap 61 of 125. There's LJ Toledo. So now the question is, do these drivers pit now? Yeah, here comes Priya McShane. Keith Rich will stay out. With that, we will go to the pace car and to the spectator camera at that. And this is where the madness could begin. You see that pit exit wall there? That's the danger zone. William Flickinger's on pit road. As it looks like most of the people are coming down. It looks like Jesse Turner might have missed his box. James Shelley has already gone down. He's just coming out now. Jesse Turner led a lap there. There's Priya McShane out of pit road. And here we go. Here comes the craziness. William Flickinger, Jessica Shelton, Corey Williams, all out of pit road. There's Alex Ferranti. There's Keith Rich. And Rich will come out just shortly behind the 4. Is this where things could get dicey? Do we go incident free? So far, it looks like we will. Priya McShane and LJ Toledo are even on the track because Toledo pit 15 laps ago. Wes McCoy has elected to stay out a few laps. Ooh, that's some side by side. Oh, we gotta spin. It's Fitzwater. Fitzwater got turned around by help of Seth Cole. And he's coming into pit road. Someone's smoking up here. Who is it? Rob Evans is on pit road. Kev Shearer might have got a piece of it. Oh, it's Corey Williams with smoke and damage. His night's over. There are only 9 cars on the lead lap right now. Cole Deaver is off pace. He's coming down pit road. Just madness. So Andrew Rich with an 8.5 second lead over Priya McShane. There's only 9 cars on the lead lap right now because of Rich's early pit maneuver. There's Keith Rich, 3 seconds behind Priya McShane. And there's LJ Toledo with his worn tires. But now the question is, even though Rich could possibly have a shot at making it on fuel, does he have a shot at making it on fuel is the big question for Andrew Rich. And then the other question is, can he hold off Priya McShane? And I don't think he can, because everyone has fresher tires than him. And on top of that, McShane's closing about 3/10 a lap. Plenty of time for her to catch Andrew Rich. As you see, Rich is getting put 3 wide in the middle. Nate Rogers trying to unlap himself by the 23. There's a lot of cars 2 laps down right now, as Cole Deaver and Corey Williams have retired from the event after having top 10 runs. Just an incident with Seth Cole and Fitzwater coming out of pit road. They got involved in it. Kev Shearer, you can see 6 down. Rob Evans 4 down. That is just a tough break for those drivers. So this is your current top 10. Andrew Rich, Priya McShane, LJ Toledo, Keith Rich, Zach Rogers, William Flickinger, Ryan Brommer, Jessica Shelton, Jonathan Zorlin, and Quinton Moore. So that's the top 10 now as they run. As Andrew Rich, I don't think Rich is going to win this race on this strategy. As McShane is 5 seconds behind him now. Make it 4. As I really believe the race now will be between the 4 and the 53. If it's even a race at that, it's a 4-second difference from the 4 to the 53. As Rich continues to lose time every lap. Can Rich make it on fuel? That's the other big question. But we're going to take one more break, and we'll be back for the conclusion of the event here at the Dodge Motordrome. 40 laps to go at the Dodge Motordrome. Priya McShane just catching Andrew Rich to the outside line, but she was stuck on the inside groove for a lot of laps, and that has allowed Keith Rich in that 53 Home Depot Subaru to catch up to the 4 just as she takes the lead. And Andrew Rich held the lead for about 25 laps. And now the best thing he can do is let his son by, but he's not doing him any favors right now. As Keith Rich will lose the time he had gained to Priya McShane, having to pass Rich on the inside line. But Andrew Rich will fall to 3rd place. And now the question will remain, does he have enough fuel to make it to the finish? 4th place is William Flickinger, 5th Ryan Brommer, 6th is LJ Toledo. Zach Rogers in 7th, Jessica Shelton 8th, actually put Toledo down to 7th. Actually drop him all the way down. I think LJ Toledo just came down pit road. Shelton 7th, Zorlin 8th, Turner 9th, and Tyler Fink 10th. As indeed the 6 of LJ Toledo has come to pit road at about 35 to go. Now we'll have to wait and see if Rich does the same or if he tries to stretch it. He's nowhere close to those 18.5-second lap times that the others were running earlier. But as Keith Rich is 3 lap cars actually away from Priya McShane, now 1.3 second gap to the 4 machine. As it's looking like we're going to get another first time winner here in 2020. So far we have had 4 first time winners this year: Jessica Shelton, Jeff Toledo, Tyler Fink, and Dylan Young. Repeat winners: Seth Cole, Alex Gray, and Samet Ozkan. As Andrew Rich has come to pit road himself, that's going to send Quinton Moore back into the top 10. Now a big question is, in 35 laps, is there any way Toledo or Rich could gain back a lot of what they just gave up? These drivers here are likely going to the finish. So you see Toledo 2 laps down, Rich 2 laps down, but unsure. I'm unsure. I don't think you can unlap yourself twice and get back to the front in just 30 laps. So Priya McShane has a 1.7 second lead over Keith Rich as Alexander Rowe and James Shelley fight for 17th place. So there's still only 16 cars on the lead lap. Alex Ferranti 19th and Alex Gray in 20th as Keith Rich follows behind in 2nd place. Fastest lap time on the day will go to Tyler Fink, a 16.461. As Rich and Toledo both 2 laps down. Let's see, where is the 6 machine? He is passing 6th place Jonathan Zorlin right now, as Andrew Rich is ahead of him, passing Fitzwater. So Andrew's right about to come up to Keith, and right now the best thing for Andrew is he can gain a lot more time if he's running that top groove with no traffic. Passing to the inside does hurt you even on fresh tires. And he will go to the outside of his son Keith. 25 laps to go at the line, so you're definitely not going to be able to unlap yourself twice here. As someone just came to pit road, and it was Alex Ferranti in the 48. Oh no, can these guys not make it? The leaders who pit at lap 62, is there a chance they can't make it? Or does Ferranti have a mechanical issue? No, Ace Rogers just came down pit road as well. What is going on here? If these drivers seriously can't make it 60 laps twice in one race, I will be shocked. Here comes Andrew Rich. He's trying to put himself back to just 1 lap down. And there he goes to the inside of McShane, 1 lap down for the 23 machine. Keith Rich has fallen down to 3.6 seconds behind Priya McShane. As that has now stabilized at 3.68. Sorlin has made it up to 5th. Logan York, Austin Colano are inside the top 10. As Ace Rogers, Sanford, Ferranti, Gardner, William, Flickinger have all come down pit road. Did some drivers not get it full of fuel? That's about 5 names right there. Evans, Fitzwater, and Shearer were already 4 or 5 laps down from their incident earlier. So Andrew Rich is not super hurt right now. He's back up to 31st. But he's still got some work to do if he wants to salvage something here. But Priya McShane is going nowhere. 3-second lead now for the 4-car. Not enough lap traffic. Logan York just came down pit road. And he just surrendered a top 10 position. That puts Nico Tringali in the top 10. What is going on at 17 to go, man? This is crazy. McShane just losing time here fighting lap down cars on the bottom. The lead's back down to 2.5 seconds. LJ Toledo, William Flickinger, Alex Gray are between her and Keith Rich. You can see Keith has really got it dialed down. 18.2s. Just trying to save the fuel to make it to the end. Is fuel actually an issue here? 15 laps to go at the Dodge Motordrome, and there's a decent number of cars now that have fresh tires, and you do not want to get hooked by a lap car. McShane is racing Dylan Young as Toledo and William Flickinger have fresh tires trying to get by him. That's a 3 wide right there. The lead's down to under 2 seconds for Priya McShane, looking for her first career win in the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series. She would be the 3rd rookie winner this year. It's down to her and Keith Rich. Zach Rogers is over 8 seconds back, racing with Ryan Brommer for 3rd. As now Keith Rich has his handful with lap traffic. As Andrew Rich has made it all the way back up to 21st. He was running just inside the top 10 when he made the initial gamble back at lap 50. Look at Charles Sanford down there 3 wide, man. We've moved up to, I believe, about all but 27 or so cars have come to pit road. McShane's leads down to a second over Keith Rich. There he is. How many more cars are going to try and pass Priya McShane? It's 10 laps to go this time by. What's the lap time? In 18.6. Can she actually make it? Keith Rich, remember, pit after the 4 car. He's got about a lap or 2 fresher rubber here over the 4. Nate Rogers will stick the 4 to the inside line, and Keith Rich is on the outside line. This is about to get tense. It's 1 second from the 4 to the 53. McShane will fall in line. Here comes Keith Rich. But how many cars are trying to race their way by him? It's a 3 wide gaggle back here, man. Alex Gray, where is he running right now? He is running 17th. Keith Rich has made it back up to 20th. Or Andrew Rich, or rather. As, oh my goodness, Ace Rogers. Keith Rich just can't go anywhere. He's trying to run the best line he can, but all those lap cars passing him, that's allowing McShane to pull away, but he's got to remember there's still a chance McShane falls back to him as Keith Rich just about got dumped by his teammate. We saw him sideways off of turn 4. That was crazy. It's 5 laps to go next time by. And there's Andrew Rich right now. Look at this. The 23 has made it back up to 18th. Keith Rich very slow in the corner. There's Priya McShane. She's down to running 19s. Just trying to make it on fuel. Here comes Andrew Rich and his son Keith right behind them at 4 to go. Andrew Rich is going to get back on the lead lap, but he's just not going to have the laps to get it done. And Andrew back on the lead lap in 17th. 3 laps to go this time by. Does Keith Rich have anything for the 4 car? Oh, and Johnny Garner just wrecked. And Keith Rich just missed it. Dylan Young's in the wall. And Keith Rich came so close to nailing the 98. We'll have to take a look at that when the race is over. Dylan Young now between the 4 and the 53 at 2 to go. Ever so slow through the corners. These drivers are on fumes now. Coming to the white flag, it's Priya McShane in the race lead. Keith Rich is not closing at all. She started on the pole, didn't get the best jump, but through 3 and 4 on fumes. It'll be Priya McShane getting her first career win tonight in the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series. William Flickinger's just going to finish a lap down there. As everyone will come across the line. And they actually called it before Rich could get there. He was going to have another position or so, I believe. So the officials robbing the 23 of a spot or two. But it was Priya McShane who got it done. In a crazy race at the Dodge Motordrome, man. My goodness. This surface continues to age. It could provide some crazy racing down the line in years to come. But Priya becomes the second female driver to win in 2020. And the second to get her first career win at that. Keith Rich second, Zach Rogers third, Jesse Turner with the top 5 result here tonight after being last in points coming into tonight's race. He gets 4th, Ryan Brommer 5th, Sorlin 6th, Shelton 7th, Austin Colano 8th, Nico Tringali 9th, and Quinton Moore rounds out the top 10. Andrew Rich got it back up to 16th after running in the top 10 for most of the night. So, oh man. Well, let's take you to look at the 2 incidents I know we had. The second one was Gardner spinning in front of the leaders, and the first one was coming out of pit road. So let's show you guys that before we sign off for the night. All right, here's the pit road incident. And I just had a feeling this was going to happen. You don't want to be side by side when you come out of pit road because you're supposed to hold on that red strip. Seth Cole's lucky he didn't impale the wall, but the safer juts out. And that's what hooked Fitzwater into the outside wall. Sanford's just going to miss this, but Fitzwater's going to slide down, and Corey Williams has nowhere to go. Same for Rob Evans. Andrew Rich actually got a piece of this. Wow. And then that was it with Fitzwater. What happened with Cole Deaver, though? Oh, Cole Deaver just broke something later down the line. I'm assuming something just broke later down the line for the 3 because he just retired out of nowhere. Let's see if we can find... Oh, he gets turned by Quinton Moore. The next corner. What on earth happened there? Quinton just goes in and gets into him. That sent him up the track. Wow. Right side's off the track, man. That's crazy. Did anyone hit the 3? Ooh, buddy, I don't think anyone got some... Wow, no one hit him. That came really close for several drivers there. Okay, that's what happened to the 3 of Cole Deaver. We're just going to keep this in one clip. And we'll find what happened to Johnny Gardner here. Oh, here it is. Oh, they were going crazy, man. Oh, wow, they went 4 wide, man. Look at this. Almost 5 wide. But it was Mills, McCoy, Kugelon, and Gardner. And Kugelon just got into McCoy because of the banking transition. And that put Kugelon and Gardner in the inside wall. Gardner came back up the track in the ace. Rogers spins around, gets into Dylan Young. That put Young in the wall. Now that contact with Young likely prevented Gardner from going straight back down the track. But you can see Rich barely misses the 98, missing 2 incidents. There's McShane and Keith Rich. They barely miss it. Same with Alex Gray, and then Gardner gets it going. No one hit him after the fact. Well, that's going to do it for me. Priya McShane won the race tonight. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for Martinsville, which is known to get crazy. Same race lengths as tonight, 100 laps for the Truck Series and 125 laps for the Cup Series. Until then, it's been a Bulldog Speed Channel production. I will see you guys next time.